I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant.
From the home of many a time. Full franchises. You're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. This return makes it up to the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 32. He nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The handoff on 3rd and short. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing it again here. He fires one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a... So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. He fields it from the 8. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just... and clearing the lane and doing their job, but there it was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. No run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. Stevenson with another carry. The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And the Broncos corral it. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
They go play action on first. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 13-0 lead. Here's Slide to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Here's the pistol snap to May. Catch is made down the right sideline. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a New England 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. The give inside to Stevenson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. The give inside to Gibson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Riley Moss with that tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. A give on third to Gibson. And he'll move him forward down to the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, so that brings up 4th and 2.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Trying to throw for it with May. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing on.
1st and 10. Here's Stevenson. It'll be a quality gain on the run. And that also brings us to the end of this quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
May not have throw on 3rd. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. He gets him a bunch of yards back, 9 on that play, and it's 2nd and 6. Made a throw it. Fights off the pressure. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Man in motion here. Now May on 3rd and long. That one complete to Stevenson. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
The Patriots sending the field goal unit out for a try. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Good. Back now, pressure on its way. He finds Johnson. Still has some space inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Broncos working here. Third and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Working quickly here. Play action on 1st down. Has it in close. It's a Denver touchdown. Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. From the gun, it's May. Finds a man right side. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably but then go to work after.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Going play action, May. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Free play here. Let's see what he does. Taken in by Smith. Down the left sideline he goes. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. Hits the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots chop some of the lead off before the half. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Patriots get it back to a 14-point game. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. He finds space for a few yards that time. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. May now from the gun. Able to get it to Moore. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
May throwing for it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos getting back on his 6th interception of the season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll try and throw it here. Pass is caught at the 9. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw reeled in by Stevenson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Nothing gained or lost on that run. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
On play action, here's May. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. They connect for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. He's throwing deep, and oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Gets him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Broncos football, and they should be able to coast right through this 4th with that kind of lead. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They are throwing it again. That one's complete right side. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Here's Slide to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Gibson with it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a New England first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's the pistol snap to May. This finds Smith. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Patriots will have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the air on first down, May. Complete out to the right side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I love throwing that first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
May on 1st and 10. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. So it'll be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Here's 2nd and 5. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Try and get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Try and get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And a We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Pats will take over. First down, ball at the 36. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's second down. Back to the air. It's May. Escapes the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, here's May. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off, Brandon Jones. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Trying to set this up quick. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To throw it on first down. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a third?
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Patriots pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
And he shanked that one to the right. It is no good. Prepare for a must-get onside kick. And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Fits it through the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. So early movement for the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Trying to find his tight end. And that makes it 2nd and long.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
2nd and 15. Has it down close. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Broncos are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.